So, does the Tundra engine recall affect the Toyota Tacoma? In other words, do we need to be worried about the new Toyota Tacoma because of this pretty massive Tundra recall? I'm still here in the garage, not my garage, without my Tacoma. It drives me a little nuts. But anyway, this news came out recently, a few days ago, about the new Tundra. And if you're not aware of it, or not the new Tundra, but the existing Tundra, and if you're not aware of it, I'm going to run through what this is. This is a notification from the NHTSA. It says here, debris in engine may cause stall. First of all, one would wonder why there is debris in the engine at all, right? But anyway, we're going to get to that. If you're looking for the NHTSA campaign number, if you want to look this up yourself, it is 24V as in Victor 381000. You should also be able to go to Toyota's website, their recalls, plug in your VIN number, and see if your particular Tundra is affected. Now, it says here, a loss of drive power increases the risk of a crash. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be going down the freeway at 80 mile an hour and lose engine power, believe me. It says here, the components are the engine and engine cooling. Of course, we know it's the engine. It says potential number of units affected, and this isn't just the Tundra, it also involves the Lexus, I guess. 102,092. And supposedly the remedy for this is engine replacement. So if your Tundra is affected, they're going to replace the whole engine. It says here, Toyota Motor Engineering and Manufacturing is recalling certain, because it's not every one, 2022 through 2023 Tundra and Lexus LX 600 vehicles equipped, and this is what's important, with a V35A engine. Debris from the manufacturing process may contaminate the engine and cause the main bearings to fail. You don't want that, which can result in an engine stall and loss of drive power. It says here, and this is a little bit dated, I think, because the remedy is out, but it says the remedy is currently under development. Interim letters notifying owners of the safety risk are expected to be mailed July 15th. So you should already have a letter that was sent to you if you're affected. A second notice will be sent once the remedy is available, anticipated in the fourth quarter. So you're going to be waiting until somewhere between October and December before you get the, I guess, official recall. Now, you can call the NHTSA, you could call Toyota themselves. There's really nothing else to do at this point. It does say once again that it's the Lexus LX model 2022 through 2023 and the Toyota Tundra 2022 through 2023. Now, the big question, and I've been seeing this a lot in comments and on forums and things, people are trying to kind of push this over to the new Tacoma. In other words, that because Toyota is having this problem with the Tundra, we can expect to have the same problem with the Tacoma, which is simply absurd. First of all, the engines are different. The engine that's in the Tundra, I'm sure most of you know, they are the V6 twin turbo. I wish we had a V6 twin turbo in the Tacoma, although not this particular date range, because obviously I wouldn't want an engine with debris in it. But anyway, wouldn't it be cool to have a V6 twin turbo in the Tacoma? What we have in the Tacoma, of course, is a four-cylinder single turbo. So they're completely different engines. Those that are trying to somehow push this over to the Tacoma are simply just fear-mongering. It's not true. I haven't heard of any problems with the engine of any consequence except one. And it turns out, and when I say one, I mean comments on the channel. Somebody commented to me that their buddy, or they heard, that's the thing I always love to read, is that I heard, what? But anyway, that there was a Tacoma that the engine blew up and it had to be replaced. And then when pressed, this individual said, oh, no, wait a minute, that's a Tundra. So you have to be very mindful of what you're reading on the web and question people that say these things, because most cases, they're simply not true, as is this example. It is not the Tacoma, it was a Tundra. So do we really need to be worried? I mean, we know the new Tacoma is, of course, a brand new redesigned truck. Everything is new. I've even mentioned in other videos that I don't even see this as really the same truck. I mean, it's still branded under the Tacoma badge or the Tacoma name, but it's so different that I don't believe it's even really a truck, or a Tacoma, I should say. It is a truck. People are going to get me on that one. But it is completely different. And I think, it's kind of unfair. A lot of the comparisons people are making out there, the 4th gen or the new Tacoma to the 3rd gen, the previous Tacoma, is just not fair because it's not the same truck. It's completely redesigned, completely rebuilt. Different powertrain, 8-speed transmission, which, by the way, I really love. The mating or pairing of the transmission that's in the new Tacoma as compared to what we had before, way better. And I'm talking just normal shifting. I never had the gear searching problem that a lot of people have reported, and I think that's because I live in a valley. We don't have lots of hills and things that I'm going up and down, so the truck never really had to find gears. I mean, you pretty much just smoothly go through the powertrain and you are where you are, right? But nonetheless, a lot of people have commented to me that they've noticed, the ones that have the new Tacoma, that they don't have that problem anymore. In other words, Toyota solved it with the 8-speed transmission, right? Now, speaking of the engine, I'm still very happy with mine. I think it's fantastic. I think it's definitely a step forward. I would not go back to the 3rd gen. In other words, after having the 4th gen, the new Toyota Tacoma for a while, I'm very happy with it. The only thing that I miss, and of course I've mentioned, I love the 3rd gen Tacoma. It's an awesome truck. And I do miss the smoother or simpler appearance of it. I don't hate the new truck. I don't regret getting it. But the 3rd gen just had those nice smooth lines down the side. In the new one, we have that kind of stamped indentation along the doors. I'm not a huge fan of that. And if there's any detraction for me when it comes to appearance, with the new Tacoma, it's probably that. I wish it was just a smooth look. I know Toyota did that to differentiate it from the other. Of course, they didn't want to create a truck that was going to be identical to what they already had, right? So they had to do something. I don't know if that was the way to go. Size-wise, of course, the 3rd gen is just a little bit smaller, or at least it appears that way when you're driving the truck or even just looking at it. It seems that the footprint or the whole silhouette or look of the new truck is just bigger. More like a large midsize as opposed to just the old smaller, I guess, midsize truck. So anyway, I just wanted to get on, kind of talk about that for a minute. There's no reason to worry because the Tundra has an issue. It's not going to seep over into the Tacoma. They're completely different engines. Leave a comment. Let me know. You worried about this? Does it give you pause? Maybe if you're thinking about buying the new Tacoma and you're holding off because of this now, I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.